Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome into a special kind of video on the channel. And I don't really have time to put a lot of effort in terms of like gathering clips, and I also don't want to risk getting a copyright claim on this video, but I'm gonna do a review of the Rise of Skywalker, and I'm gonna tie this into Lego because literally during the movie I was just looking at some of the characters and I was like, I need this in minifigure form in 2020, like so badly, and we're gonna get to that. So this is gonna be a full spoiler review of the Rise of Skywalker, including the Mandalorian episodes. If you haven't seen up to episode 7, click off now, and yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. I just want to quickly talk about Star Wars. Star Wars has been something that I think I've known for as long that I can think back to. I really was introduced to Star Wars through Lego Star Wars, the video game, and I just fell in love with that world and Lego, and one of the themes that I collected when I was younger was Lego Star Wars, and Star Wars has just meant so much to me. So I remember very clearly, I was still in high school when The Force Awakens came out, and I remember going in the next day and just talking about The Force Awakens and where we thought it was going to go, who Rey was, who Snoke was, and all of these different things. And for the next following 2 years, we had been watching theories. I remember talking to my friends and watching all these theories about who she was, like breaking down her fight style and just some of the powers that she was using, like the mind trick meant that she was a Kenobi, but the way that she gave into her anger and different things, and some of her fighting styles and the anger in her meant that she was a Palpatine. So for years, there was so much speculation about that. There's speculation around Snoke. And to actually go into The Last Jedi and walking out of it, it was like, we got no answers. And in fact, they closed doors specifically about Rey, and it was like, really, I don't know, I felt longing for those answers. And there was a lot of things that I really hate about The Last Jedi. I could list them off, but we're not going to do that. That's not really, this isn't the place to do that. But what was really interesting to me was with this movie, I was hashtag all in for episode 9. That's what I had been saying in videos. That's what I had been saying in posts and things. So I was really putting everything into this. I decided that I would get every single Rise of Skywalker set, and I've done that so far, and I'm happy to say that I will continue to, because I absolutely love this movie, and it absolutely closed off, I think, the past 9 films really well. Actually, you know what? Let me scratch that. Closed off 8 films really well, and absolutely slapped The Last Jedi in its face, and I loved it so much. The parts that I liked about The Last Jedi weren't touched, of course. Like, I liked the Luke Force projection, that sort of fight. I liked the Battle of Crate, that was a lot of fun. I would have preferred if Finn died there. And I also liked, of course, the Kylo and Rey battle against the Praetorian Guards. But besides that, I didn't really enjoy that movie, and at least looking back on it. And with this, I thought that it just absolutely just nailed it. I think that it completed this whole story. I really loved the fact that it just, like I said before, it just slapped The Last Jedi right in its face. They're like, alright, here's Rey, she's a Palpatine. Oh yeah, and Snoke, yeah, he's been a clone, and he's just been a puppet for Palpatine. Like, I loved it so much. I love that they just completely ignored most of The Last Jedi. Like, you don't really need to watch that movie. What? For a couple offhand remarks about, ooh, the Holdo strategy or something they said in the movie today, as well as an offhand remark about, oh, nobody came for the Battle of Crate, and then literally the entire galaxy showed up for today. So what does that even mean about The Last Jedi? And one of the best parts, I think, was to see the Luke that I remember from my childhood, not the one in The Last Jedi, to see him there and to catch the lightsaber, and instead of just throwing it away like he did in The Last Jedi for comic relief, after 2 years of waiting, he just throws it behind him like, what is that? But to catch it when Rey is about to give up and do what he did, he reminds her that that's not the Jedi way, and that this weapon is something sacred. That was so powerful to me, and he had one of my favorite moments, and that actually led me just the most to tears. It was incredible. My favorite moment in the entire movie was when he lifted the X-Wing out of the water. I thought that was just, it was such a powerful callback to The Empire Strikes Back and how he wasn't able to before, but now in his wisdom and after all these years, now he put it back in the water, but now he's taking it out of the water because he's grown so far from that little boy from Tatooine. And I just thought that was really powerful, and just everyone in this movie I think was really amazing. I like Leia. I did not expect them to integrate her in so much into the movie. That was something else. Like, that was honestly, I don't think anything like that has ever been done before, and that definitely needs a lot of praise. And would I have loved to see her in it a lot more? And I'm sure if she was alive, she probably would have had an even bigger part, actually doing some of these things with Rey and training her. It would have been really great, but what they did in this movie is really great, and I hope that her family is happy with it, because I think that it was beyond my expectations when they were like, oh yeah, we're just going to use some Force Awakens deleted scenes. Again, not from The Last Jedi. But yeah, I thought that she was really great, and Lando coming back wasn't as big as I think that they were kind of selling it as, but I think that they did a good job in not having him steal the show too much. I knew that it was him from the cane right away, but anyways, let's talk about Palpatine really quick. He was absolutely amazing. I thought that he was so scary and so intimidating and really, really fantastic. He's just, whenever he was on screen, I was just smiling so wide. It was really great. Like, just seeing him and hearing his voice and his laugh and hearing him say good and hearing him say good and all those amazing iconic Palpatine lines just made me really, really happy. And there was just so many moments where I think that nobody knew where this was really going, and of course the rest of the cast as well. Finn, Kylo and Rey and Poe, they're all great. Dio, I recognized J.J. Abrams' voice right away, and that was really great that he was able to do that. And as well as just the voices at the end were so powerful. To just go on IMDb and look at the list of all the Jedi. I was actually, as I was walking into the theater, I was looking as it was going by really fast, all the names on the screen. I was like, oh my goodness, like I knew that Ahsoka, JJ made some offhand remark about listen for her, but to see the names like Kanan Jarrus and Aayla Secura and all these classic Jedi like Qui-Gon and Mace, it was just, oh my goodness, it was just really, really great. But yeah, I don't know, that was just amazing. But I don't really have too much more to say about the movie itself. I just want to talk about what I want in 2020 for Lego set wise. Really, it's just minifigures and maybe 1-2 sets that I really want. But in terms of minifigures, I think that we really, really need that Palpatine in the red. Oh my goodness. I love the Sith Troopers simply because they are red. So when I saw after his transformation that he had this beautiful outfit in red, I lost it. Like, that was just incredible to me, and I need that minifigure. And of course, ones that I've been saying for the longest time, of course, General Leia. It baffles me still that we don't have her, and hopefully we'll get her in this episode 9 outfit. I think that would be really, really great. Some other ones that I really want, just again because of the red, but a lot of the people on those Star Destroyers, the Sith Star Destroyers, I would love to get. Like the actual engineers and people on the bridge there, like the classic sort of Empire looking ones in red. We need those helmets in red. Oh my goodness, that would be absolutely amazing. And in terms of sets, there is one, I'm going to do a video once all the reviews are out on the channel, but I'm going to catch up. There's been some news quietly sprinkled out throughout the past few weeks while I've been reviewing stuff. But there is a $69.99, I think, USD set coming. So that's the same price as Snoke's throne room. And I have a feeling that's probably going to be the duel with Palpatine, so I'm going to guess that he'll be in that, and maybe he'll have some sort of mechanism to hold him up. Of course, the throne will be there, and maybe some of those cool Sith Troopers with the capes and everything, and that Ben Solo at the end. That'll be really great to get, but yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that they won't do the red outfit for Palpatine, which I really, really need. I think, oh my goodness, that I could still picture it in my mind so clearly. It looked so amazing, and so that could be a set. That is one that we know is coming in 2020. There's a set number and everything attached to it, but we'll have to wait, and I'll do a video on that. There's some busts as well and some other sets that we know about, but There is one other thing that I'd like to get. I would really love a new Star Destroyer. I know that we just got one, and I know that we got the UCS one, but I think that it would just be really, really great to get. I think, oh my goodness, it would just, with all those red Sith troopers and everything, and you could have people out on the outside of the ship as well. You could even put Rose, I guess you could put Rose, but yeah, I think that would make a really good set, and maybe have an antenna build on the side or something like that. One other thing that I thought that they could do is the First Order dropship. I actually missed that from The Force Awakens, and I really regretted it, and I know that Phasma came in a set later, but I really liked the design of that ship, and it was in the actual teaser trailers for The Force Awakens, so that was always something really special to me. So I really regret not getting that one. So it'd be really nice if we do get a new one with Chewie, and maybe I think we're missing 2 more Knights of Ren. And yeah, speaking of the Knights of Ren, quickly, really disappointed that they didn't do anything. And we've been hearing about them for over 4 years now, and I feel like they didn't really amount to much, but it's okay. I guess it's fine. I'm more excited about where this kind of leaves things off, and will they do anything? Who knows? Maybe we'll have to wait 10 years for episode 10. And oh, I mentioned Mandalorian spoilers, and I mentioned that because, well, Baby Yoda wound up using Force healing this past episode, and that was literally the day before that the Rise of Skywalker came out. So I thought that was really clever to kind of connect them, as well as to introduce it and have this really popular character that I think will maybe soften the blow to a lot of Star Wars fans who are going to be like, "It's not how the Force works," and people are going to be really upset about her healing. And there was a lot of healing in this movie, actually. But yeah, I think that it'll kind of soften the blow of that power being added to the Jedi. But it's really not being added. I mean, Palpatine healed Anakin. Not, of course, healed him, but he kept him alive in Revenge of the Sith. But anyways, I'm going to just if I keep talking, I'm just going to think of new things. I'm just going to ramble on and on. But anyways, everyone, I do want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. I don't know where this fits in with all of the other movies, but I don't think that any of them made me as emotional as this, probably. And I don't know why, but Luke lifting out the X-Wing was definitely a highlight for me. And again, I have no idea why, but it was just something really powerful that seeing those movies so many times with the VHS on repeat as a kid, episode 5 and 6 specifically, I don't know, it was just really good closure, I think, for the past 9 movies. 9 movies. But anyways, everyone, I hope that you did enjoy this. Let me know down below in the comment section, what did you think of the movie? What do you want to see made in 2020 for Lego set-wise and minifigure-wise? But I hope that you did enjoy this, and I hope that you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.